As we reported last night, FEMA has been eyeing the former Sikorsky facility in Big Flats as a processing or holding center for some of the people spilling across our borders. Response from local politicians hasn't been too favorable, nor is the FAA board on top of that. So now we turn to WENY's Asha McKenzie. She's got more on that.
That's right, guys. The overwhelming amount of undocumented immigrants, most of them coming from Central America, are exceeding the number of holding centers throughout the United States. So FEMA set its sights right here at the old Sikorsky building, which is now a vacant airport hangar, to house these immigrants. But airport administrators say this is no place for anyone to live.
The more that I try and just imagine people living in that, the more of a horrible idea it sounds like to me.
Red flags were raised when FEMA set its sights on the vacant Sikorsky airport hangar in Big Flats to house thousands of undocumented immigrants from Central America. Ann Crook, manager of the Elmira Corning Regional Airport, says turning the building into a processing center would be a breach in safety. And with the facility's complete access to the tarmac and runways, it would be against the Federal Aviation Administration's rules.
Everyone that works on the airport has to have this background criminal check and their fingerprints taken, and so now all of a sudden opening that up to all of these undocumented immigrants changes all of that.
When the building closed in 2012, Chemung County was told by the FAA that it could only be used for aviation business. Any other proposals would be rejected. Since FEMA's discovery of the vacant building, the FAA explained housing undocumented immigrants would be an inappropriate use of the facility.
We all realize it's a crisis, and we know that there's a lot of people that are in need, but we're not equipped to do this. Our building's not equipped to do this, and first of all, we could never meet the guidelines the federal government had set down to begin with.
If the county went through with FEMA's proposal, thousands of dollars in maintenance would be needed to make it an environment suitable for living.
Housing, feeding, where do they go if they're processed? You know, we're a small community. You know, you'd have to have a lot of resources.
County officials say there has been no formal letter from FEMA to say that they are no longer looking at this building. In Big Flats, Asha McKenzie.